Call his name and he appears. I believe in Lord Fury. Lord Fury said so show. Today, we're going to talk about some stuff. People are calling me and asking me about why I'm telling everybody that Early B's best student was Junior Cat. Well, guess what? He shows and proves it. Now, let's look at his students. He got Ninja Man was a student of Early B. Super Cat's a student of Early B. Junior Cat, Marlon Brando, German, Iron Man. He had a lot of students. But the reason why I say Junior Cat's the best, because if you look at the way Early B patterns himself and the way he carried himself as a DJ, long lyrics, very informative, information, hardly any hooks. And when you had hooks, the hooks were catchy. They catch you, right? And Supercat was like that for a portion of time, but anytime Supercat would follow another sound, like if he's going to stereo mono sound, he kind of would sound like Nicodemus on the sound, you know. When he's on Jaro, he would sound like Early B on Jaro, you know. So Junior Cat now stayed consistent making his lyrics from 82 straight to 2025 and never changed. He never wavered from the style, kept it consistent. That's why if you see online, he's killing the place right now, you know? Ninja made up his own style after a certain time, you know? He followed Early B's pattern in the late 80s. Like, he had a song called Contract, this, they contract, and then Ninja Man kind of took that, you know, and went with it and created a whole entire new flex off of it. And enough people bit Ninja. Ninja Man would be the second best student if I was to say anything in that direction, because he out through Ninja Man came a lot of different artists that followed his pattern. But it comes from Early B. But the consistency of how Early B DJs, it's Junior Cat all day. And if you want to go through it, go look. If you think it's Super Cat, what song has Super Cat did since 94? Let's see. Or 2000. Exactly. So Junior Cat, hands down, is the best student. Simple as that. You know? Longest lyrics, speaks the most sense, and is always consistent. He can do it on any rhythm. It's consistent. It's bang, 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 bang. Right? So I'm done talking about this now. We don't want to talk about it no more. Junior Cat is the best student of Early B. Simple as so. Right? Right. Last night, at the History nightclub, you know, we had a big show, you know. Raekwon the Capricorn Don from Wu-Tang Clan. 30th year anniversary of the Cuban Linx Purple Tape album, alongside Mobb Deep, Havoc, rest in peace, Paddy, and Big Noid. Yo, the man them tore the place down. I came there a little bit late, but I mean, I was there, I seen the thing. Yeah, the man them tore the place down, and you know, out of the blue comes the realest MC out of Queensbridge, Cormega, and Prince Wally. Yo, when Raekwon brought Cormega out, the place was not good again. Place tear down. Cormega, you know, Cormega goes in. Right? I'm glad to see that people, shout out to Ramos, because it was his show. You know, it's not easy to do shows in Toronto. It's hard. You win and you lose sometimes. You know, but this show is a must. I want to do the same show. Just to show you. Live Nation did a tour across America, brought it to Toronto. Ramos bought the show. And it was a great show. You know? Peace to Storm. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I'm saying? Peace to Supreme. Cats that, you know, made it easier to facilitate the vibes for the people to get their money's worth and more. Raekwon just killed it. Mobb, yo, listen to me. And I'm looking in the crowd, I'm seeing people that don't really, I'm seeing faces that I have not seen before, younger people. A lot of young people came to this concert, which is a good thing. keep the legacy alive. You know what I'm saying? The infamous and only built for Cuban Linx. Like, these are two, it can be said, the greatest hip-hop albums in history. You can listen to them from front to back, and it gave birth to a lot of people's style. Without Cuban Linx, you don't have a lot of these guys like talking drug shit or even common sense shit, street shit. Like Ghost and Ray were carrying on crazy, dropping jewels. You know what I'm saying? Then you have Capadonna on that album, Meth is on the album, you know what I'm saying? Master Killer Dip on the album, yo, Glaciers of Ice. Yo. The Mobb Deep album was disgusting. Ghost is on that album, you know what I'm saying? Ray's on the album. Big Noid is all over the album. Yo, listen, these combinations and the production was what you gotta pay attention to. This production is the key, and the rawness, the elements, the skits. Yeah, hip-hop albums don't have that element no more. You guys just making monkey shit. Learn, go back to school and learn the hip-hop rule, right? Peace to Raekwon, peace to Have, you know what I'm saying? For keeping the brothers alive, you know? Next topic. CL Smooth is gonna be down here December 19th at the Phoenix Concert Theater. Now, the importance of CL Smooth to hip-hop. A hip-hop man, DJ Merciless, came to me one day and said to me this, that if you want to know what hip-hop is, listen to the song Reminisce by Pete Rock production and CL Smooth rapping. And I was like, yeah. I said, yeah. But then when I sat down, I had to listen to it again. Because back in the time when it came out, we were all, but in my age now, sitting back and watching the video, it brought a warm feeling and damn near a tear to my eye. The things that CL Smooth is talking about, the pictures that he's painting, is so vivid and so clean-hearted over Pete Rock's instrumental. It's just those two, that magic that they made together. Yo, listen, to see him perform it live on December 19th is gonna be something for y'all to remember. Get your tickets, and I kept the tickets at a decent price so that it's not gonna break anybody's pocket. Also, bring canned goods. If you don't have money to pay to get in, just bring a lot of canned goods. Some canned goods I can supply. I'm sending up barrels back to Jamaica. We're helping the people in St. Elizabeth and West Milan in Jamaica. So just bring canned goods and leave them in the corner by the Phoenix. And you know, we'll work with you, all right? Just don't be greedy and just come there with your two empty hands. You know, buy your tickets at Eventbrite to support, because some of the money I'm sending is gonna help us send the barrels down. So a portion of the money that you buy the ticket from is gonna go down and help the my people in Jamaica from the Melissa hurricane that hit on that side of the island, right? They need help down there. Down there's bad right now. It's really bad. I never knew it was so bad until people started video calling me. I was like, whoa, no, they need help. And they need help from people. The government's not helping. Some people say they're helping, but I know it's not no, there's no reason to have artists in Jamaica who are millionaires and then know, say, you're one of the parish them are taking beating like that. Be selfless and give unto the people. If I don't have money, if I had money like that, I'd just give them. But I don't have it like that. You know? So, yeah. CL Smooth, get your tickets to the Eventbrite. Portion of the proceeds go to help brothers and sisters in Jamaica concerning the hurricane, right? St. Elizabeth and West Milan, right? Right. Next topic now, read upon. I'm going to talk about my personal top 10. People are asking me to talk about this, so I'm going to talk about it right now. Top 10, my top 10, not yours, you know, mine, sound systems from Canada of all time. When you talk about sound system in Canada, you gotta know. You might not know some of the names I'm gonna draw for, but are your business that if you have to do your research. Due to the impact of what, and I'm not gonna put them in no specific order because that's gonna be hard. You can't really judge it like that because there's eras. There's 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and then beyond. But I'll talk about the impact. I'm gonna put Upsetter in there as one of the top 10 sounds of all time, and there's no going around it. You know what I'm saying? Leslie had this sound as the original sound system in Toronto that had artists on the sound, but at a high level, high volume. So the man's bringing down Josie Wales, Papa Tyan when they're hot, John Wayne, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Papa Tyan too. Like he's bringing down heavy, Louis Lepke. And on the sound, you had a man named Bobby Zarro. Now, if you don't know who Bobby Zarro is, Bobby Zarro used to run Malton in the West End. Rexdale, Malton, all them places there. Back in the early times, see? And a real bad boy, you don't play with him. So he's a DJ too. So he would DJ about what he does. And that's what made him, everyone knew not to mess around with him. Alan Ladd used to DJ that song there too, Upsetter song. A man named Soulji used to DJ Upsetter. Same Soulji from the next song there.
Hold on. You said Alan Ladd?
Yeah.
Did Alan Ladd used to have a store called Bad Lad? Is that the same lad or no?
I'm not. I don't know about his store, but he used to have my next song. Yeah, the next song. I can't remember the name of the song. His son's a DJ too. But he had I remember the time him and Stammer Ranks used to clash on Upsetter Sound. So Upsetter Sound, because of the what he was doing, Johnny Ringo was on the sound. Like this, you can't talk to him, and he's bringing artists down live and making everybody eat money. And Bobby Zarro is one of the and Capleton were like best friends. When Capleton used to live up here, a lot of people don't know that Capleton used to live here. He was in Malton, right? So that's why if you punch up Bobby Zarro and Capleton, you see a lot of songs. 45 was on the Black Star label. African Star label, together. So Alan Ladd. And Soulja had a tempo sound. Upsetter sound is definitely one of them. That's one. Next sound, Black Root sound. Ants them, Froggy them, Steady Rider. Same thing. I want to say Upsetter started before them, and then Black Roots came, and then Black Roots used to play in Glendora all the time. The bass was dour. So you have like Chester Miller singing out. Chester Miller sound like Dennis Brown, but him have him own songs too. You had Steady Rider on the sound. Steady Rider is Louis Ranking's brother. Teddy Brockshot, his brother, is Steady Rider. Steady Rider is actually a better DJ than Louis Ranking, Way more lyrics. They might have lyrics like Rain, Steady Rider. We call him the Reverend Steady Rider. The man will give you Bible talk from now till Amani. You can't beat him with that. Talk about Africa. He'll tell you about Africa from A to Z. Steady Rider, the Reverend, You had a youth named Bobby Irie on the song. Mr. Scarlet, Black Roots sound used to bring down artists too. So you'd have like Putty Roots would come down, Brigadier Jerry would come down, Black Roots sound, bad sound. That's two. I'm gonna go and say Sturograph. In Canada, we have a sound named Sturograph, named after Sturograph in Jamaica, Uri sound, Daddy Uri. It's Spanky, Simeon, his sound, Sturograph. Yo, listen. You see that sound there? Carried enough DJs to, And those live artists, the people who play a song, and then you flip the song and put on the instrumental, what we call version. And then, you had people attacking it. You had men like Yonshi and Prento Rankin and these kind of artists that were on the sound. And Stammer Ranks was on the sound. Stammer Rankin. You have like singers and stuff. And then Spanky would also do the same thing. He'd bring down artists. So there was a dance with Stereograph playing the crowning of Papa San. So Papa San, Dirtsman, whole heap of artists, man. Upon that time. Oh, sorry, back to Black Roots for a second. General Genius was on the sound. And Genius, sometime there, you couldn't mess with him. The man has lyrics for like rain. So you have like Steady Rider, Genius, Bobby Irie, Chester Miller. You listen to me. When Upsetter and Black Roots clashed, oh, God have mercy, man. Google it. I'm not telling you who won. But yeah, Spanky Stereograph, yes. Yeah, that's another song. I'm putting them there's no order I'm doing this in, but they're definitely in the top 10 of all time.
So we have a question from a viewer. He goes by the name of Quezler. All right.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to know what happened to Black Zodiac that used to be in Montreal.
Good question. Black Zodiac, they just stopped playing. Black Zodiac is before Little Thunder and them. There's another sound in Montreal too. But I'm specifically talking about Toronto though. As long as y'all know that. I would have brought up other sounds from other parts of Canada, but I didn't do it. Toronto, I talk about Black Zodiac. They stopped playing. They played with I had a cassette, Black Zodiac and there's a sound from up here, Mellotone or some. I want to say Mellotone, but it's not clean. It's like somebody had a tape recorder in the dance that was playing it by the speaker, recording by the speaker, but you can hear it as Black Zodiac because they're playing some dub play it, and Mellotone I play it. They had live artists on both sides, but I can't remember what happened to them and what happened to the owner. I think somebody took sick or something like that, from what I remember. Black Zodiac was a bad sound from Montreal.
The same person said Black Zodiac was owned by Ruddy.
Yeah. Ask him if he took sick. Or he see me talking. Ask him. I mean, after you know, say, maybe you still alive thing, Did Ruddy take sick? I don't know.
You can continue.
Okay, so anyways, that's 3. There was a sound in Canada named Kenyatta that you probably don't even know. A man named General. The General used to DJ that sound there. Nasty. But it's in the 70s. I put them up there because those dances they were keeping at that time paved the way for Upsetter and Black Roots and Stereograph, because the Jamaica community back then was small. The Caribbean community, it wasn't Jamaica alone, because as an island person, you have to link up with the island people then. And any dance anybody keeping, you have to keep it amongst ourselves because it was a small community. But we know each other's music. We know Calypso, we know reggae. And you bond together and you make vibes happen. Them times, 70s we're talking. So Kenyatta sound, I'm gonna put it in there as one of the originators of, and there's a Kenyatta in Jamaica too, Got Dillinger and U-Brown used to DJ Kenyatta sound in Jamaica. But the man named General used to sound just like U-Brown. Like a cross between U-Brown and Brigadier Jerry. That's 4. People are probably wondering why I haven't said like none of the new sounds. I haven't reached that part there yet. So, the next sound that's up here, Soul to Soul. Rosa. There was a Soul to Soul in Jamaica. Him take the sound and bring it up here. Rosa. That sound there, you There's no going around it. Rosa's Foundation and the original Soul to Soul is from the 70s. So, like I said, anything from that time period that was doing original stuff, you have to respect it to the fullness. Because I keep dance and soul dance, I keep on reggae dance and, soul music, you know discotheque when you hear it. Now, we can get down to the newer genres of sound system. Why? It's going to get sticky because the clashing situation now. No going around it, King Turbo is one of them. King Turbo is one of them. In any version of it you want to take it. The dub box that they have is unruly, right? Turbo needs to not clash with nobody else no more. Just leave it alone and just keep yourself in a high class and look down upon people because the amount of work you put in, talking about Ricky Slingshot, Tools, Jamming, Dice, Specs. No matter who doesn't get along with who, doesn't matter. That whole movement, because King Turbo was a movement. It wasn't just a sound at one time. King Turbo was a movement. The days, they play all over the place, and they clashed with everybody. And it was hard to beat Turbo because Turbo had creativity on their side. And I'm saying to you, Turbo is definitely in that top 10, in my top 10. And there's no going. A man can argue if they want to argue with me. Go on and argue with me. If you argue with your damn self, you weren't there. Most of the people were not even there. You don't even know what a basement dance looks like. Yeah, most of these guys who have sounds now would not even go to a basement. They'll be too scared. You're not coming to Glendower and coming to a basement dance if you don't know nobody in there. You're out of your mind. You're not going to Chester Lee and going to a basement dance and you're out of your mind. You're scared to death. You'd be like, yo, why is there 500 niggas outside? Huh? Come to a Dower dance, you don't know nobody? You're scared for your life. She ain't have to tuck in. She ain't have to leave in your car.
No, you really have to think twice.
You
couldn't just like any other area. You couldn't just visit an area if you don't know anybody. That doesn't really make sense.
No, it's worse back then because now you can walk into any area and no one's not doing it. There's nobody outside. Right. But back then, sure, you out of your damn mind. You're frightened. You're scared to death. Even to buy ganja in Dower them time, you're scared. And you want it,
A lie?
You want to check Red Dread. Rest in paradise, Red Dread. You're scared to death. So King Turbo, I'm saying, is one of the greatest sounds that we ever had in Canada. And people uphold that. No matter how much times they lose in clash. They lost a bunch of clashes recently, and they haven't really caught them. But they're not the clash. You're not the clash. Because you're making people, think that you and them are size. Because a man might have more skill on the mic than you know. Listen, leave it alone. Stay in the glass case of your own as Don of Dons and a stater. Make everyone uphold you. Don't worry about the bad mind situation. So I'm saying Turbo.
But don't you need to clash to, I guess you could say, become dominant, to become feared? I feel like if you're a sound system, clashing is just a natural part of the order, no?
What you're saying is correct, but when you win 2 world clashes back to back, and you're from Toronto, and you don't have to do anything no more. Only 2 sounds from Toronto won a world clash. It's Rebel Tone, Newbie, and Turbo won twice. No other sound. And the world clash level. Everything else is Mighty Crown, Bass Odyssey, Panther. I think Jaro won 1 with Ricky Trooper.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, so I'm saying no.
Okay, we have a couple questions. You still have that cassette because
Black Zodiac?
Yeah,
I do.
Quizler wants you to upload it because nobody doesn't have any audio of them.
Really?
Yeah. So that's an interesting thing we could.
There's a man named Dave Brown that has audio of everything. I think it's him I got the cassette from.
Oh wow! Shout out to Dave.
The man's a million blood clot. I love cassette.
Okay.
Thousand blood clot stirograph cassette. I'm like, holy, all the upsetter dances that I have, he gave me. So I'll try to. I forget someone to upload it. I don't know how to do that technology there.
I can do it.
You can do it
Yeah.
from cassette.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll bring it over here. You'll upload it.
All right, cool.
I'll upload it under the GTTV network.
No, I have an actual reggae dancehall YouTube channel. I'll do it over there, and then I'll collab over here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mischief Sound. Actually, no. Rhythm God Warrior. Sorry, that was my old one.
Go on with things.
A little bit. I was always so infatuated with sound clash culture, even from when I was a little guy. Like my stepfather, he's Jamaican, so like he raised me, and I was just taught in that culture. I love the culture. I know the names. Like, it's a fun culture to see.
That's fun.
Oh my God!
Nice.
Especially as like a artist, like you can like remember when Wyclef tried this thing? Like that's how I envisioned myself one day to be like Wyclef in his sound.
Wyclef have Michael Jackson on dub.
Yeah.
Willie Nelson on dub. You can't talk.
Can't talk to him. But okay. Shout out to Old John Crow and shout out to everybody here watching the Lord Fury Said So live talk show. You guys make sure you guys hit that like, share, and I love all the comments. Old John Crow asks about Heat Wave, Berry Culture, Earth Ruler.
Heat Wave. I never got there yet.
Okay. All right.
The Spraga Roots, you're talking Spraga Roots sound. Heat Wave has the most shabba in the world. You play shabba on Heat Wave, you have a problem, and I'll give you a million shabba down your back. Like bang, 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 bang. Heat Wave is, oh my goodness, God. Heat Wave, yes. And what other song he said?
Berry Culture.
Berry Culture is Berry Rose. Berry Rose is a god. I didn't get there yet. Berry Rose is a god in this. Yeah, man. Me and his son, Shane, were very close. Bush Dog, rest in peace, my brother, my ace. Shane Rose. Me and Shane used to do, we lived in the buildings, Stone Hills back in them time there. We used to do all kind of sitting together, Bad boy, that's it, my brethren, But Barry, listen, Barry Rose is the Barry G of Toronto. Very high ranking, respect from everybody. Don Barry Rose. So yes, Barry Culture is definitely in my top 10. You know what I'm saying? I'm at 6 now. Wait, hold on. I said Kenyatta. I said Upsetter. I said Black Roots. I said Stirograph. I said King Turbo. And I said Barry Rose. Barry Culture. The man kept the most dance. And us as little youths, I go on, man called Gutsy, Enough dance we went to from up on 14th Ave and Steeles in the bush. But back then there was no houses up there, You have a house, but there'll be a bush. You gotta see some coyote and wolf run up on you at night time. Yeah, man. Barry Culture, yeah. There's another sound he said. There was Heat Wave, Barry Culture, and
Earth Ruler.
Earth Ruler is from New York. But Lindo used to play that song, I believe, for a second. Lindo was playing. Listen, see Lindo? I would do a whole show on him by himself. Lindo is the greatest selector we have in Canada. As a selector, there's nobody better than that. If a man wants to say this and that, you can say what the hell you want to say. I don't give a shit. Lindo could scratch like his name is DJ Bloodclot Scratch, Go around his back and cut up the Bloodclot song, And he can select straight rubber dub. He'll play rubber dub and rockers straight through. He knows every song. All right? And he can play at any tempo you want him to play. He spins, he can talk on the microphone and do everything at the same time. He don't need nobody. By himself. One man army. And he's been like that from the 80s. From the 80s, we used to walk around trick and thief. We used to go around when Gary was alive. Rest in paradise, Gary Sweetness. Not because his name was Sweet, that's his nickname. So don't bother look at me and say, oh my God, man, Sweetness. That was his nickname. We never think, so when I think about bati, so back then we're not thinking like that. Like, you can't say a certain word and them something. Yo, you're going to give them people that too much energy, you know. Them not no color, them not no number. We are give them number and color for. Anyways.
One thing before you move on, would you prefer Lindo P making music or would you prefer Lindo P as a selector?
He does both. But I would rather, shit, he's nasty as an artist. Lindo as the artist. Sure, he performs at a high level on both scales. So as an artist, he's top notch. As a selector, it's hard to say. I don't know which one I would rather hear him do. I would like to see him do more songs and put out more volume because he has too much songs in his head that needs to be put out properly. I'm working with him on some stuff, but I mean, you know, it's timing sometimes. It might not be him, it's me sometimes. I'm busy. But yeah, Lindo is like the secret weapon that we have in Toronto that people don't really know. If you ever want to clash somebody, send Lindo for them and mash them up. But he doesn't really clash like that. So I might be doing a clash with him soon because if I don't clash him, he's not going to clash nobody. And he knows that, you know, it's a respect thing. Lindo's been DJing lyrics, you know, off the top of his head from the 80s. Like he'd sing a whole song. I remember one time me and Gary, what's his name? Dean. What's that Dean? Alton Towers posse. We're going trick or treat, walk over to Alton Towers, you know, come down. McNichol, you know. Anybody wish we had candy bag, you know, taking their bags. A big garbage bag, you know. I take away the people them candy, you know. You know, I take away what people things, you know. And Lindo is talking about what we're doing. Talking about who Gary kicking our face, how Dean ripped the bag and everything jump out. He's DJing the lyrics about what we're doing. Yeah, man. Lindo's great. Great. Yeah, man. But Barry Rose, yes. Like I said, Barry Culture, that's my number 6 in the thing. I want to put Heatwave in there, but I'm not putting Heatwave in there. But Heatwave's a great sound. I want to put Digital in there, but I can't put Digital in there. But Digital's a great sound. These are big sounds that we have in Canada, you know. That will run over anybody in New York, you know. Run them over like a freight train, you know. I'm at 6. Is there any more questions? Okay, good.
No questions.
I was wondering, I came here late. Did you mention Baby Blue Sound Crew?
This is dancehall or reggae.
They played reggae too.
They played reggae too, but no, I'm not putting them in it.
Understand?
No, if they try to clash somebody, they're gonna get their head cut off neatly too. No disrespect, but I'm talking the truth.
Well, I guess when you put the sound crew at the end of your name, you definitely are in the sound clash culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I understand what Fury's saying to an extent where it's just like they were more like
Party club.
Yeah. Whereas these guys are more
But they might win, you know.
They might win a 1-2.
Here's how they might win. Because now the dance thing has gotten to a point where it's who your crowd is. So if they have a big crowd following and they come to a dance and you have no following and you have 1 million dubs, you can have Bob Marley and Jesus Christ in combination on dub play, you know. They play a 45 that has no name calling the thing and they beat you with it. And everyone's going to cheer for them because they're there to see their people win. This is what it's come to now. It's not about who has more talent. It's about who has more crowd. And people are setting people for people now. That's why it's different now. It used to be talent. Now it's what they call buy horse. People are being biased or they're buying horse to win clash. Yeah. I'm putting 7. I'm gonna go through this fast. So I already said Kenyatta, Upsetter, Black Roots, Storograph, King Turbo, Barry Culture. Whether y'all know it or not, Jammies used to be up here. King Jammies when Lloyd was called Prince Jammies. But I could put him in there, but I'm not doing that because he was only here for a couple of years. But I want to put, but I can't put him in there. All right? Yeah, what's Stone? that I want to put Red Flame in there, but I can't do it. Red Flame was not, Red Flame was another sound that Lindo used to play. Red Flame. Red Flame was nasty. Oh, had some nasty dubs. You know, I want to put Black Reaction in there, but I can't do it. I want to put Black Supreme in there, but I can't do it. You know, I would like to put Heavyweight in there, but I can't do it. These are all top tier monster sounds, you know, that will run you over with dub plate, you know. Now, where am I, 6? So it's number 7 now. With the volume and the strength that this sound has given Canada in the last 15, 20 years, I'm going to have to put, this is not in order, you know. I'm putting King Klepto in there with Polyphamous. Polyphamous is stomping on people's heads, left, right, center. And even when you lose, you're not walking away without getting stabbed up and 2 gunshots in you. You know that you were in a fight. There was no running him over. The best thing he did was return to King Klepto and make it strong. He went to LP for a second and one idea, but I think Poly is just he's too charismatic for those sounds. Man can say what they want to say and say what they want to say and say what they want to say. I don't care. He's a Capricorn like myself. You know? So I know what it is. Sometimes you're too big for them. Something you just go to the original vibes and then start terrorizing people. That's what he's doing. He's in full form right now. He's gonna be hard to. The man just ran over King Animosity in Atlanta, in their hometown, and destroyed them. They played 1,000,000 Super Cat. That didn't faze them. The man played 1 Junior Cat and licked them down with it, mashed them up with it, and kept on going, non-stop, relentless. Beat and teach, terrorize and mesmerize. You know, the man didn't have no pity on them. I had to call, I had to call him and say, Regin, why are you stepping in their neck like that? And he had to laugh. I had to call him and say, Holly, you're killing them like that. He's beating it with a stick. Why? He has no mercy. If you ever, Polly has no mercy. I'm putting King Klepto in there. There's nobody has speech like him. Nobody up here has speech like that. Like he's hitting you with a stick in your head, whaff, and talk about the lick he gave you with a stick. Polly's number 7. I'm giving King Klepto. Another sound I'm gonna put in there. I used to love tempo sound, you know. Sounds Wicked, Diplomat, and all these other sounds. They're all great sounds. They had a song named Soul Action that was wicked too. Bounty Hunter sound was a great sound too. But you see Rootsman? Listen. You see Ranger? Don't clash Ranger in Toronto. You're gonna lose. You can't beat Ranger right now. You see, I don't know. They haven't been clashing in a long time, but every time they clash somebody in Toronto, they're taking your head. I'm putting Rootsman in there because they've been consistent. That's 8. Remember, I have a sound too, you know, Supreme Jeans, you know, but I'm not putting my sound in there because I'm not doing them. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm clashing everybody. I'm doing concerts and stuff and all kind of other putting out albums, but we have a lot of dubs, you know. Yeah. You see Soul Survival? Another foundation sound that, listen, if you don't know what you're doing, you don't want to clash them. Don't do it. And the longevity. You see, when it comes to like Toronto history and the dubs that they have, like, people used to hear about Toba Chung. Them men have Toba Chung like rain on dub plate. Like in combination with, like, listen to me, the man that preserved the culture. When it comes to Toronto artists, they're cutting them at a high level. Soul Survivor, I'm putting in there. And not just as a sound, but as a studio. In my production, Pablo is killing the place with it. Every time artists come down, they want to check him because they know that, you know what I'm saying? They can get their money, they can do dub work, and they get things done, and they can jump on rhythms that are, you know what I'm saying? It's soul survival, right? Coming from them time till now in Toronto. If I respect these, that's what, 8, 9? I'll say 9, that, you know. One more sound to put in there. I want to put 416 in there, but can't do it right now. You know, Lindo has 1 million dubs over there in this box. So the four up to the time sounds I put in was Turbo, Klepto, Rootsman, Soul Survival, and the final sound that I'm going to put in there, I would put in there. I'm going to put, people want to probably make fun of me if I say it, Rebel Tone's up there. Like, I want to put Newbie in there because Newbie is Newbie is freaking cool. Like, when he's in good form, you can't beat him. He has speech, and he's one of the only people he's the first Toronto sound to to win a World Clash and put Toronto on the map. In that way. I want to put him in there, yes. Who else is on a tear? It's based on that I'm putting him there. Rebel Tone. That's a long-ass conversation about 10 sound system, backside.
What about military?
Military's a big sound, but I mean, you know?
Compared to the rest, nah.
No, they can't beat the time. The military's a damn... But you know what sound, eh?
I know one, too.
No, you know quite a bit. But you man said military. God glad. All right. I'm done with the sound thing now. Producers. My top 10 producers in Toronto. Let me see here. Top 10 producers in Toronto. All right, so first person I'm going to put in, this is not in no order. I'm going to say Finn. Because Finn produced reggae albums when Juno's with Kirk Diamond. Finn makes nasty hip-hop albums. The man has albums with Danielson, A-Son, I want to say Rome. The man has a whole heap of albums, and he puts out a volume of madness. Yeah, Finn is, listen, he's a man who digs in his crates. He has a record too. You know? So Finn is definitely one of the best producers we have in Toronto. For hip hop, we're talking about. Even though he can make a reggae album too. That's what makes him elite level. Futurewave. The man's volume that he puts out is outrageous. The man Rome Streets albums. Danielson and A-Son, those first set of those first albums that put Toronto back on the map. His body of work is crazy. The 36 Cypher. Like, his volume is crazy. Back to Finn for a second. The albums he's done with Lord Juco are disgusting. Oh my God, the production on that. Lord Juco, listen to me, man. Finn is Futurewave now. Those albums he did with Raz Fresco, disgusting. The man has an ear for mixing and mastering, and he knows what he wants to hear on the beat. He knows exactly what he wants to hear. So his thing is disgusting. That's 2. Sibs Rock. If you know my album Supreme Era, then you know Sibs Rock's production. Disgusting. Cypher Soze. That album that he did. He did an album with Ason, Mav from Rochester, from the Cloth, and himself, the Ason, Mav, and Sibs Rock. That album, that nasty album, 95 Miles, I believe it's called. Disgusting. He has like albums that are coming out with Lord Juco, with Danielson. Me and him we have like about me, him, and G Knight have like 2 albums right now that are almost ready to go. If we mix and master them, me, him, and Trinity Chris have an album called The Furious Trinity that's almost ready to go. I have an album with him called MCM, that's More Conscious Music, that's almost ready to go. Like, he's a relentless, not to mention everybody else he produced for. What's that man's name? Recognize Ali. We had an album with him. Nasty album. Yeah, so Sibs Rock, Futurewave, Finn, Raz Fresco. Not only is he an MC, but the man produces. He's nasty in production. So he makes nasty albums for other people, but he produces too. He's disgusting at production. Now Raz Fresco's in there. He's definitely in there. DJ Merciless. You know? He's in there. That's what, 5? 6 that? Finn, Futurewave, Sibs, Raz Fresco. Futurewave. No, man, 5. DJ Juggy. He produced albums for Twin, from Queensbridge. He produced albums. He did my Trout Fox Chamber. That's all his production. He mixed and mastered the whole shit. DJ Juggy is nasty. You know, he used to work with Rated R back in the days with those Wu-Tang mixtapes and shit. DJ Rated R is another producer that produced for Hellraiser, Killer Shah. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's the cloth he comes from, right? Back in the Tape Minotti days, I don't know if you know about that, mixtapes, Tape Minotti. Yeah, DJ Juggy is nasty. That's number, yeah, there's no order, you know. I'm just telling you who's nasty. Talking about Toronto producers. You know, my brain is Slang Hughes. Nasty producer. Now, we have a lot of stuff together. He produced Shay Uno's album the other day, and it's disgusting. And their project is, I'm on the project. The album is nasty. Slang Hughes. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, you better find out and ask somebody. I got a lot of songs with him that we haven't got a chance to consolidate and make into an album yet, but it's going to be soon. We'll do that. Slang Hughes, that's what, 7. Slang Hughes. I had somebody in mind, you know. Hold on, they're weird. There are a lot of producers out here, but I'm not gonna give people who don't deserve credit no credit, you know. Cause some people are some little crabby. And then fear about shit. See a ton of shit. Another producer that's nasty. I'm at 7. Hold on, wait a minute.
Go back to the list. Count the list again.
I said Finn, Futurewave, Sibs Rock, DJ Merciless, Raz Fresco, DJ Juggy, Slang Hughes, and Wisdom Bunadal. How can I forget? My brother, Wiz. Lord Clad Wiz. Yo, Wiz has an album sitting on with Tragedy Gaddafi. He produced Ason's Let Me Talk My Shit Part 1. Let Me Talk My Shit. This is all his production, you know. Let Me Talk My Shit Part 1. Let Me Talk My Shit Part 2. Both those vinyl albums, he produced the entire thing. Wiz is a nasty producer. Disgusting. Absolutely nasty. Wow, it's right in the same camp where we're talking. So who else produces?
Yeah, all your friends.
It's all my friends, basically. Yeah.
I was gonna say that at the end. It
Yeah.
seems like
Yeah.
some kind of list here.
Yeah. It's all people I know. It's all people I know to blood clot. It's all people I know.
Hey, man, it's your list, right? It's your list.
No, but see the works they've done, it's talking for itself. You can tell me somebody that you know what I'm saying, I don't know anybody else that's carrying on with it. They're carrying on terrible. I'm at 8. You have any suggestions?
Sazy.
Who?
Sazy.
He produces?
Yes, he does. He's been producing on his albums since I think like 3 years now. He's been doing his own beats.
I know says he can rap. I never knew he produces.
Yes, he does.
T-minus.
It looks like he's more on the not so pop. Yeah, he's too poppy.
Too popular. There's DJ Las Vegas.
He hasn't heard my beats yet.
There's Halls.
Don't think he heard his beats either.
There is. We're talking about like producers that don't get credit, right?
No, producers that are nice from Toronto,
but don't get the love that they should. City McGritty.
City McGritty's good.
You know who's a kind of popular one? Well, I wouldn't say he's too popular, but I feel like he's one of the better ones that doesn't get a lot of attention. Tony Parker.
Yeah, Tony Parker's nice.
Tony Parker, he produces for like all the used to be the Young Boys in like 2008, 2009. He still does it now, but I feel like his beats are really, really good, and he never really got like any kind of credit. Like I don't know, but I feel like Tony Parker was a really, really dope producer.
He's a come in.
Yeah, fact. Shout out Tony Parker. But producer-wise, like you've actually put me onto a 1-2 producers right now because a lot of the names that you said, I didn't even know Raz did beats like that.
He's nasty.
Yeah, so it's just like
Raz
you
is
actually put me
disgusting.
on, right? And
I never knew Sazy does beats, so I can't put him in my top thing because I don't know. I never heard them. I know he can rap.
Yeah, he can rap his ass off.
What's homeboy? Wonder Boy.
Wonder Girl.
What's the name?
Boy Wonder.
Boy Wonder.
Boy Wonder.
Boy Wonder.
Boy Wonder's nice.
Yeah, Boy Wonder. Yeah.
But he's goated, right? Like we know he's one of the best in the world. Like,
That's Villaways.
I don't think there's anybody in the world that has his wave. Even 40. I mean, I think 40. It's no disrespect to Boy Wonder, but I put 40 over Boy Wonder.
Yo, you know, I'm because I'm stuck in my own little bubble. I don't know. I Boy Wonder produces for Drake, right?
Yeah. So does 40. But a lot of
me never know that. Me never know that.
Because a lot of what 40 does, because 40 more like he tweaks stuff. He makes like, I don't know if you listen to Drake like that, but Drake will have one song and it'll kind of like switch and it'll have the little pianos or something playing as it switches. To me, I think that's all 40, and I think 40 just gives you a different vibe. Don't get it twisted. Boy Wonder's vibe is like a anthem, like a stadium kind of music, but yeah, that boy 40 different still. Shout out both of them though.
Yeah,
both from Toronto.
Yeah.
Toronto has amazing produce. Wonder Girl.
Wonder Girl. I was at the Clash when they had Battle of the Beats when Wonder Girl won, and I was like this. Box side, they got a bad. Something there, I make. Oh shit! And they got him Reason. Reason's a nasty producer too. But if I'm gonna put my last two in there, I'm gonna go with the Drake producers, 40 and Rasclat Boy Wonder from Villaways.
Yeah, I like that too. That's dope. What's your next top 10, sir?
Reggae Artists.
Reggae Artists, let's go. And this is not Reggae Artists from Toronto.
From Toronto.
Let's do it.
Now you had to have lived here for at least 10 years for me to consider you a reggae artist living in Toronto, or so you can't just live here for 2 years and say, yeah, you're a reggae artist.
What about if they've been only putting out music for like 3-4 years or 5 years?
And they lived here for 20 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, that still counts.
That still counts?
Yeah. Well, it depends on the impact. Impact. You can put up music, and it sounds good in your house. But if no one's not hearing it, and you can't judge it from what people are saying about it, that's a problem.
All right. Oh, I'm not gonna say anything. Let me hear your list. I'm gonna say something at the end of your list. Let me hear your list.
All right. So I said reggae artists that were living here for a certain amount of time, even if they live somewhere else. Like if they're born in Jamaica and they come here, and they live here more than 10 years, I'm going to consider you Toronto. All right, I'm going to start off with Peter Rankin. There's no specific order. I'm just saying what it is. Peter Rankin, he goes in there because he had albums that were out in the 70s on a label called Roots Tradition from Greenwich Farm in Jamaica. So it's his teacher, he could sing, chant like Rankin Trevor, and DJ like his name's Ringo. 3 in 1 he's giving you. And then he had a partner named General Lucky that they were like the second duo in Jamaica. The first duo being Jamaica and Jabenji, the second duo being Peter Rankin and General Lucky. People are gonna say that Michigan and Smiley, no. Michigan and Smiley saw Peter Rankin and General Lucky. And they took songs from Jamaica and Jabenji. Man can say what they want to say, but I'm telling you what it is. Like so songs like long time I no DJ in a dance, long time I no chant in a dance. That's not their song. That's Jamaica and Jabenji song. If you know anything about socialist roots hi-fi, Papa Roots, you'll know that everyone would like the first duo was like Jamaica, Jabenji, passing mic hand to hand, and that's where it came from. In jungle. See? So politics time. You don't want you know? So I'm playing Peter Rankin comes from that era. Peter Rankin if you punch up Peter Rankin's name, you'll see a lot of songs like No Man Is An Island. He sang over Dennis Brown hit in 77. And he sang for a label called Roots Tradition, and it was Errol Jabible Don Mears. Errol Don Mears was the owner of the label. Peter Rankin is number one. And not because I know him, but rest in peace, Peter Rankin. Yes, you are like one of the greatest of all time. Now, number 2, we're talking impact and stuff like that, People that lived in Toronto for more than 10 years. Louis Rankin, who you guys know as Teddy Bruckshot. He lived here long. Yeah, he lived here long. Yeah, how much women have been breed up there? Yeah, Teddy Bruckshot, he's one of them. He's one of them. He was here in the early 80s. Remember, his brother's Steady Rider and Jati, All right, so Louis Rankin's one of them. I don't have to even say, tell you what he's done, from Belly to Shatters to Typewriter. He worked with me. I did a whole album called The Buffalo Raptures with A-Son, produced by DJ Merciless, A-Son, Louis Rankin, and Benny the Butcher. It's a whole project that y'all probably don't even know nothing about, but it's on vinyl. So Louis Rankin, definitely one of them. That's 2. Chester Miller. Oh, buckler, Chester Miller. Chester Miller's been singing from early 80s. And he's one of the only people that was on the Murderer rhythm too, for Jah Life. Doom, 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 doom. Do. All right. So there was 3 people that recorded on that rhythm when that rhythm came out. It was Barrington Levy, Carlton Livingston, and Chester Miller from here. The man sounds just like Dennis Brown. Looks like Dennis Brown too, If you look at him, you say, okay, he's a Dower man. He's singing Black Roots in Dower. Chester Miller. He's still singing out now. He still does all the Dennis Brown tributes in Jamaica. He has his own musics and, powerful vibes. So Peter Rankin, Louis Rankin, Chester Miller. Now, I would put Leroy Sibbles in there, but I can't. Okay. Because, yeah, he lives here, but he's back and forth. He's more in Jamaica than to me. But if you want to consider that, because you might have BS out there, then I have to put Leroy Sibbles. I can put Leroy Sibbles, you know.
It's your list. If you're gonna put him or you're not gonna put him.
Yeah. Well, then Leroy Heptone Sibbles. He has to go in there. Leroy Sibbles has to go in there. Because he has played out here from a long time. From the 70s, he's been out here. Lord Sassafras lives out here. Lord Sassafras is Ladigan Sassafras. He's from Black Scorpio. He's a teacher for General Trees and them. So now if you look at the line, there's a line that comes from Sassafras. General Trees. If no Sassafras, you wouldn't have General Trees. You wouldn't have Shaka Demus. You wouldn't have Admiral Bailey. You wouldn't have Major Worries. These people have their style after Sassafras. Right? Lord of Lords, Sassafras. In my list. Who else is out here now? That's what, 5? Lindo P. No going around it. A man can say what they want to say, do what you want. There's no going around. Lindo P is one of the best things that Toronto has. Hands down. I'm going to say that on record. Lindo P.
Now, is that a personal impact or is that a cultural impact?
You can put him on any stage
Toronto?
show and he'll tear it down. You've seen it from Electric Circus to friggin' Sizzler concerts. To anywhere you see them, man, if he sings a song, the place tears down. It's Lindo P, man. There's no going around it. That's 6. Trinity Chris. No going around it. The man performed that sting. He's like the first, him, Grizzly Cat, and Jupidon are the first cats from Canada to perform on a BET event in America at Apollo and tear down the place too. This is like early, you know, before anybody was doing that shit. Trinity Chris, no going around it. And he's still carrying on wicked. How much man you know in Canada have a song and a video with Bounty Killer? You can't name nobody. A whole song and a video with Bounty? Shot in Jamaica and you're in the video with him? Going back and forth? How you? Listen to me, man. Listen to me. Trinity Chris. That's 7. Kirk Diamond. Nasty. Like, the man can sing. He has his own band. He has lyrics for days. And his music is positive. Yeah. Man has a street in Brampton named after him. You know that? It's called Kirk Diamond in Brampton. There's a street named after him. 2-time Juno winner. You got to talk to him? That's 8. Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah. There's a man named Winston Paddy who's been singing from the days of Stone Love. The man can, oh my God, he can sing. The man can sing. The man can sound like, he's like a damn, we call him bird that can sing everything you sing. A parrot.
A parrot.
Yo, he can make any voice. Winston Paddy can sing like Lou Rawls. And you think it's Lou Rawls. Winston Paddy's, I'm putting him on the list because he's disgusting. People cut him to do Studio Ones and soul singing covers. You know, everyone's probably wondering how come we're not saying the names that everyone wants. I don't care. I don't care.
I'm just waiting for one name. You have 2 names?
Okay, give me a name.
No. Go finish your list.
The man, yeah, the man try style me. All right. I want to put Glenn Ricks on the list. Because Glenn Ricks used to tour. You know who that is?
No.
You know who Glenn Lewis is?
Yes.
That's his dad. He got the voice from him. Glenn Ricks used to like tour with the Temptations and be their head singer, you know, when the head lead singer was not functioning properly. He'll outbelt anybody in the singing booth. Glenn Ricks, but he's back in Jamaica now, and he's not really, you know. But I mean, he was living for long, like, yeah, Glenn Ricks. That's 10, right?
Yeah.
Now my honorable mentions.
Look at him.
He's gonna make up for it. I'm
No.
pretty sure my name's gonna pop up in there somewhere.
Blessed.
There you go. That's my name.
Blessed is disgusting. Like he's one of the people that taught enough men how to do it right. You know what I'm saying? And there's no going around that. He should be in the top 10, you know. Like I should probably take somebody out and put him in, but I can't do it because it's volume I'm dealing with right now. So even though he's a teacher, it's volume. Who would I take out?
Someone said they're brothers.
Who?
Maybe Glenn Lewis and Glenn Ricks.
They're not brothers, man.
Ah,
They're
hey.
father and son, man. Move up. Glenn Ricks is an old man. I'm older than me. Blessed is like, I know, people might say, oh, you put Trinity because you didn't put Blessed. You put Lindo, you didn't put Blessed. And that's what men say to me, but I'm just telling you, it's my personal thing, and if a man has a problem with it, just, you know, but I'm still going to give respect where respect is due. Blessed started the whole, that style of, it's a different style, you know, no one's doing that shit. This is the year of the unexpected, and just singing from this part of your face, and with mashing down the this and that, you know. But I'm still putting Lindo. I'm talking about impact. Blessed performed that Sting too, you know. Blessed's dubs on Rebel Tone is what killed Jaro, you know, in the Clash, you know. So I'm giving respect for respect. Don't make it look like I'm saying this and that. Talking out of I know exactly what the hell it is I'm saying. And Blessed is disgusting.
No, but when it comes to impact, I think you're right. I think Lindo P is more impactful than.
He's still doing shit right now.
Yeah. And even just still, like he's on a Cardinal song with Rihanna or Carrie Hilson. Lie, did, top, the Cardinal. Lie, did, top. Lindo P, yeah. He's impactful, fam. Like there's no running
around it.
Yeah.
No man can carry feelings if you want to carry. Carry, man. I'm gonna care. Lindo's and Trinity Chris is another one that's impactful. There's no going around that. Trinity has a song with Bounty Killer called No Consignment. It's only cash alone. You can't blood clot out to Trinity. Oh, look here. People forbid themselves. So Blessed is one of the people I'm saying honorable mentions. Huh? I don't smoke weed, you know. When I smoke, I don't drink.
No weed tea. You're not forgetting about anybody. You didn't mention no females.
Oh yeah,
Lily Allen.
Who?
What's it? Laylin Allen. I forgot her name, but Lily Allen or Lily Allen. She won a Juno. She was big. Afu Cooper. She was a big reggae artist back in the day. Snow. That was the name I was surprised you didn't mention.
Because he's not black.
That's fine.
No.
He's still.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
If we're talking about impact,
Don't do that.
there's Jackie Maito. I don't know if you mentioned him. He's pretty goated.
Who?
Jackie Mito.
Jackie Mitu.
Mitu. I'm probably pronouncing all these.
Yeah, Jackie Mitu is Jackie Mitu is the original.
Yeah.
He did. I forgot about him. It's a sin, and it's bad.
And then the other two I would put on there, and I guess this is from my bias. I would put Isis one, and I put somebody from LTL. Even I would just put the whole LTL group only because like just recently like
Those
you
are
know
those
what I'm
4 kids?
saying? Yeah, I think there's more than 4, but like, there's a bunch of them. But the impact that they've had on the culture just recently, man, it's just been
Yeah.
dope to see.
They
like,
practice
how
they practice in Supreme Jeans headquarters and if it's the same youth I'm thinking of. My man Frost is the one who brought him. He brought him there and did. Who?
Ice, my manager, female.
A girl?
Yeah.
What? Tanya? Which Tanya?
Just giving out gubbies.
I don't know. But
yeah, shut up.
they're killing the place. Jackie Midway, I didn't mention. I forgot because I'm saying my brain can only function so rascal at a certain pace. And I can admit this. ISIS is nasty. He's a wicked thing there. Spondy is going with that thing right now. He's a fire going. If y'all know who Spondy is. Nkrumah just got back from France. He's another one that's nasty. Yonshi is still nasty. Like there's a lot of people that's disgusting in here that are still doing. What's the singer's name? There's a lot of people, but yeah, you're right. I could have said Carla Marshall. Remember Carla Marshall? Yeah, I remember her. From Chester Lee, it is. I could have said, he said woman, female. Nana McLean. Oh my God. Someone's coming out. Nana McLean. Someone's coming out. Someone has to come out. Winston, sorry, Winston. You're coming out. Nana McLean takes her spot. Nana McLean. Oh my God. How did I forget Nana McLean? I was just with her the other day. You know that song? You're mine. That's Nana McLean. She lives here. Like 50 years she lived here. Yeah.
Is her and Diddy McLean related?
I never asked her. I don't think so. McLean's like a common. Okay. No, but she lives far. Right?
It's okay.
So I have to go get her and then bring her.
We could go see her too, you know.
I'll bring her here, man. It's more professional. Nana McLean's great. They just did a documentary about her. I think Jay Douglas's thing. They did her, Johnny Osborne, and Mama Nancy. It's a 3-piece something on Netflix or some shit. If you look it up, we can't remember exactly where they're there. Johnny Osborne used to live here too, you know, but I can't count him. He's in not more than 10 years.
Old John Crow said Little Wicked.
Eh?
Little Wicked.
Little Wicked? Old John Crow's Little Wicked?
No, he's saying like that person's name. I don't know who Little Wicked is, or maybe I do, and I just.
Oh my
remember.
God, yeah. So I wasn't done interrupting me. There's a man named Malvern that used to be named Wicked. We call him Crone. He's disgusting. Like he was like nasty. Like it's my brethren still, you know. And it's not because he's my brethren why I'm saying that, but no, we can go toe to toe with him. You're gonna lose. He used to have a Beanie Man vibes back in the days, but he twisted it and made it sound to his own style, so he couldn't say it was Beanie. He was wicked, nasty. Ricky Tuffy, rest in peace, was disgusting. Fucking G-Lock, Johnny Mice, disgusting. He had a man named Freaky from Freaks of Reality, Freaky and Reality, two Chesley, Reality, Richie, and Bloodclad, and Freaks of Reality. That was a Chester Lee group back in the days. And yeah, Snow, Darren, nasty. No, Snow, there's no going around it. Snow made an impact.
Snow is huge, man. I think
No.
people forget like how
Yeah.
big Paul Snow
Yeah,
is.
I need to put him in the thing. Like, you know, if I make it a top 20, I can't make it a top 10. There's too much more people. I have to take out somebody. But Snow has to go in there. You can't go around that. Because Snow, Darren was, and you know, even though like him and Marvin, rest in peace, Prince, they should have, I don't know, he should have dealt with Marvin better. It shouldn't have been no grievance because Marvin did all the footwork. This is a fact. There's no going around this. If Marvin didn't go to Queens and check MC Shan, he would have never met, those two would have never linked. And, you know?
He wouldn't have been on the. I didn't even realize I was MC Shan on Informer either.
Yeah, it's MC Blood Clot Shan.
I never knew that.
It's Marvin that went under a Blood Clot meeting. I was there. I was there in Ajax talking with him. You know? Prince went out there and made the thing happen, and then that's how it happened. The song happened like that because of that. You know? Some pretty girl in that video I skin out. I shake them foot and body jar. And, you know? That's what it was.
Madness.
Yeah, so that was Reggae Artists in Canada.
10 plus 10.
10 plus 10. It's too much. Reggae Artists has a lot of people.
It's so much reggae artists in Canada that I don't see why they don't play a lot more or recognize. Like, I never even knew Nana McLean was Canadian. That is the crazy part. I learned that today. It's like, but they play everything else. Yeah, and we have such a rich culture of Jamaican Canadian music that we should hear more of that. And I don't understand why we don't hear a lot more than that. 2 more topics for you, though, sir. You have top 10 hip-hop artists and your tribute.
People are saying that the live is not showing from my account.
It's because you have to go on the YouTube. You have to put this on your job.
I don't know if we're doing something there. But tell you if I do it, I don't know. All right, don't worry about that. Top 10 of what?
So you have top 10 hip-hop artists, and then you have your tribute.
Top 10 hip-hop artists. Did I say all time or right now? Oh, all time?
Toronto, yeah. He said Toronto. This guy's going to go from the 70s and onwards. We're gonna half of the list I would not know.
Yep, that's what you're about to get right now. My top 10 in... Fuck. This is hard. Okay. All right, because there's so much rappers now. I can't say 10. I'm going to start off and try and make it 10. Misty Me. Misty Me is definitely in the top 10. There's no going around that. If you're talking about pioneer shit and the impact that she had, she battled with rappers in America. Her and a guy named Rumble and Strong. Rumble. I want to put Rumble in there so bad. I probably should because he had his impact. I'm putting Rumble in there. Fuck it. Rumble is a youth, is a man that he had that song, Crazy, Crazy, Crazy. It's almost like he was DJing, but it was on hip hop beats in the early 80s. He battled with KRS-One like twice and almost beat him in Bronx until KRS-One started freestyling. And KRS-One was not doing reggae shit, you know. This is what y'all don't know, you know. KRS-One was not doing reggae shit until he met Rumble. So I'm saying that, like, if take that style there, you know, from him, you know. Because Rumble had that kind of flavor. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, you know, it was killer. And the beat was like, dum, push, boom, boom, ish, dum, dum. Oh my God. Strong produced it. And the impact, the reason why I'm putting them in there is because when they went to, when him and Misty Me went to the Bronx and they clashed with KRS-One, and I think it was Heather B.
Heather B from the radio?
Yes.
Shut up.
Yo, you think you out rapper? She'll bar you down.
Heather B.
What? She can rap. She's nasty.
I heard she can rap, but I still don't believe it.
Okay, there's a song called you best to, I'ma do me, you best to do you. That's like the last song that she had. But in the 80s, she was rapping her you couldn't test her. She was bad. Yeah, her catalog is crazy. So yeah, she had the radio station because she's a rapper. Nasty. Yeah, man. Yo, Rumble.
Shout out to Heather B, man. I think she's with the guy from the West Coast. Slay. Not Slay. Sorry, God bless his soul. Sway. She's with Sway. In the
The
morning.
Dread Youth.
Heather B. Yeah.
That's her man?
No. They're
They have the show
do
together.
radio show
Yeah,
together.
man, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah. So Missy Me and Rumble down there, so I clash them two. In the Bronx. And that's bravery. You're gonna go to the Bronx from Toronto, Canada. You know what? People in America don't even know what Toronto was. The bravery of Missy Me and them. Missy Me is not, Missy Me can rap and Missy Me can DJ against you. And she pretty like money. Them time there, Jesus Christ, man, man. So that's the impact. Doors opening, It's them causing people to even know the name of Toronto, Yeah, Toronto was not known. It's only, what I'm saying? Like in the Caribbean community is known, but not for hip hop. You have to remember that. Hip hop is New York and Jersey and Philly. That's it. They don't want to hear if you're coming. Where you from? Canada, nigga? What the hell is that? There are prisons near Canada, near the border, but they don't have no. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, Missy Me, Rumble. So I give you basically the reasons why. This is impact and what they were keeping up. Maestro. There's no going around it. Let your backbone slide, see? Maestro Fresh West.
And he's from Scarborough.
Yeah, man. Mick Nicola and Ward name come from Bamberg circles.
Still Scarborough.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, Scarborough. Lamoureux. Yeah, man. Maestro Fresh West. I'm going to give it, I'm going to put the first Juno winner in there. Be Cool. I can say what they want to say from Simply Majestic. I'm putting him in there because he paved the way. Like without him doing that, rapping on that on the dance rhythm, that opened a whole gate of different things for Toronto. People are probably looking at me and saying, what the fuck? We have Drake. We don't need to talk about these old people. Yes, we have to talk about the old people. We have to talk about them. We have to. I'm putting Drake in there. And that's self-explanatory. Why? I liked him, but I can't put him in there. HDV. People can say what they want. The microphone, the pimp of the microphone, I liked him. I don't care what he has to say. I liked it. He had a song called Pimp on the Microphone. He talked like this. Pimp on the microphone. Pimp, y'all don't know about that, but I know, I remember it. That's 80s shit. But I can't put him in there. The Dream Warriors I could put in there. That song, Ludi, tore up Europe.
Classic.
Tore up Europe. JB from GCP. GCP, I'm putting in there. Fuck that. That album that they put out, bumbleclot. Yo, listen to me. When I heard that album, I was like, yo, who the fuck are these niggas? What is this shit? I'm like, is that Toba? I'm like, that's Toba Blood Clot. Pass the drugs and the money. As a group, GCP, my God. No, sir. To me, that was my shit. And a man can look at me and say, I don't care what you have to say. Yo, GCP was the shit. That was my shit. JB, as the lead rapper, yo, JB's ghetto flows, yo, listen to me. Yo, his voice is ferocious. See, there's no going around that. And he speaks clear. If he was in New York, he would have blew up. And it's a blood clot, Toronto, bad-minded, scumbag politics that's going on out here behind the scenes. So it's just true, they held back certain people. Like that GCP should have been like a Wu-Tang. They should have been gone. Shit, Ghetto Concept. Oh, I had to go in my brain, man. There's a lot of people that were like Red Life. Okay, I not everyone I can put in the top 10. So I'm putting GCP in my top shit because there's no going around that. That shit was disgusting. What they came up with, it was really nasty. Yeah, you'd have to friggin' have the album to listen to that shit. Ghetto Concept was nasty. Point Blank was nasty. Citizen Kane was nasty. Y'all know a guy named Kish?
Everybody keeps mentioning him. I never heard of him, but everybody keeps mentioning him.
Who, over there on the thing?
No. Just in general. Just in general. I think you mentioned him before.
Yeah, it's from Mississauga.
A couple older heads had mentioned him.
Mississauga, he can rap. What about, what's that guy's name? Tom Green? Organized Rhyme? Check the OR. You like it so far? No, I didn't like that shit. But I mean, it was comedic.
Who's Tom Green? The comedian guy, Tom Green?
Yes.
What?
You never knew he had a rap group?
Yeah, I knew he had a rap group, but
Yo, they went to Jane and Finch and started rapping for the Dream Warriors. Go punch it up, man. It's called Check the OR. Tom Green. And see what comes up. There's a video for it and all that shit. Corny as hell, but if you take away the corniness and listen to what they're saying, they have bars. Yeah, organized rhyme. OR. And check the OR. You like it so far?
Dreamweaver should be around here somewhere. Yeah, great, but now...
Yeah, they're fancy. Well, the Dream.
Dreamweaver should be out here.
you don't remember this video?
Check the OR,
Yep.
you like it so far. Check the OR, you like it so far.
Yep.
Check the OR, you like it so far. Check the OR, you love the
You
OR.
probably like turned it. Like you were like, nah, I'm not trying to listen to this shit. But I forgot this
You got some
sound
trouble with your mouth, you better shut it up. Think twice before you act and try to tackle the funky stuff. I think you suckers out like meat on a shish kebab. And you don't know it, but your girl's doing kiss and rob. And you're the one who wants the corn, but you missed the cop. So here's a bit of something new. Give me a toot salute and I'll give you...
That's interesting. They could actually, that guy could spit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Organized rhyme.
Check the OR.
I do actually.
There's like a group called Born to Roam, I believe. But I'm going to put G Knight in my top 10. G Knight was disgusting. But yeah, you know what? You can't friggin' make a top 10. It's too much fucking rappers, man. You got Socrates. You got the Cardinal Official. You have fucking Choclair. The impact that people had, right? Yeah, too many rappers. My core belief system from them time to now, but now you have the new set of people that are out. Son Eastwood and Danielson, you say it's my friends. But yeah, it's true. You know, they're nasty. Shea Uno, the Fuego Gods, him and Wiz, Clad, Raz Fresco, myself, you know? A man cannot outbar me, you know. I'll bar them to death. I dare a man to try to clash me. If I don't like what you're saying in rap, I'll DJ against you. Go straight reggae pan you. And you have this quacks.
can we make that happen? Is that a way that we can make that happen? Lord Fury versus, like, you know what I'm saying? You and whoever it may be. It could be like a friendly clash. Son,
There's nothing friendly about clashing.
nothing.
There's nothing friendly about it. The reason why people are not in my league is my vocabulary. I speak about topics. I have topic matter. People just talk about the same shit over and over and over again. You're a street guy. You don't want to talk about the street. Or you want to tell a lie. I have money, and bitches, but you have none of the blood clot. Most people lie. Tell a lie. If you listen to my music, I'm not telling you no lie. I lost kind of my list too.
Oh yeah, because you know what it is. Like Fury's top 10 will be different from mine. Will be different from yours.
No,
Right?
For sure. But I just lost count because he named so many people, right?
He named a lot.
I named so much people.
He named a
I'm
lot.
trying to name people that don't get the respect they deserve. You know? Rumble's name doesn't come up at all. So
No, it does. You're right. It doesn't. Not as much as it should.
yes.
Tribute.
Well, my brethren, Guppy Dan, Rodney Guppy. Great brother. Great man. You know? He was murdered at the side of his house a long time ago. I can't remember what year it was. 2002, I think. I'm not too sure exactly the year because time is flying. I mean, I don't know what time it is right now. Even too much less blood that year. This brother here is a man that everyone in the areas know. From Bay Mills, Dower, Chesterley, McLean and Finch, Woodside Mall, everyone, Malvern, everyone knew him. He's a person that would help anybody. He all went to Africa to work on the land. They didn't have to do that. He's a hustler who make enough money. Went to Africa for a year to go work on the land, you know. He didn't have to do that, you know. But he took himself and go out there, go blood that work on like him and a man named Kids. When they came back, he knew that money was depleted and he had to go back and hustle and stuff. You know? I remember him, he's the best barber. The best barber. The man could cut, you could draw your face and your head back. That's how ill he was. And he would do it right in the Glendower staircase. Man, we're lining up with their $2, forget the haircut, you know. Rodney Guppy, man, legend. Original ganja smoke and ganja seller. Yeah, sell the most ganja. Guppy done. You know, wasn't into badness at all. He's into peace and love. We're supposed to open a bookstore together called Divine Nature. You know, I talked to him around 4 o'clock, and the man dead at 7. I couldn't believe it. But my brethren called me and told me that, yo, there's thing around Guppy's house. I said, what? I'm like, tape. Oh, he's dead. I'm like, I mean he's dead. I just talked to the man 3 hours ago. How the fuck it? I mean he's dead. I had to go outside and go call my brethren Capone, and we sat down and said, yo, I can't believe this happened. So open up Solar's Market right there at Birchman 100. I was supposed to open a bookstore. I have the link for books. Here's the line of credit to get it mailed to us. Right? Divine Nature was the name of the bookstore, you know, we're open, you know. The man tragically lost his life, so I just wanted to speak about that because I'm a good friend, gone as I am, and keep his name alive. Rodney Guppy, a.k.a. Guppy Dad, a.k.a. Gups. You know, champion barber and ganja seller. Through selling ganja at that time when it was illegal, he fed a lot of people who didn't have house to sleep. They could sleep in his house. He's not mean. The kindest person you ever meet in your life. Kinder than me, because I don't share. All right? Guppy done. And that's the last thing I want to talk about right now because we don't want to get teary-eyed and misty-eyed over my brethren. I'm the king of the disco, and that's the bottom line. Lord Fury said so.
Before you close out, because I didn't tell you to close out yet.
Oh, you never tell me to close out?
Not yet.
Okay.
Just a few things in the chat. 2 people voted for Junior Cat versus Super Cat. It was split. All right. About the Raekwon show, I'm very happy that you went over the Raekwon show. Apparently, 2 people in the chat didn't go. So next time Raekwon is out here, you guys better go. Michael Nemhard said both cats 100% bad artists, but at their peak, the elder cat got the edge. By when it comes to longevity, younger cat win. All right.
Yep, that makes sense.
CL Smooth concert in Toronto, 1 vote does not want to go. If you guys want to go to CL Smooth, Eventbrite tickets, make sure you guys follow at Lord Fury 777 on Instagram, Supreme Dreams Entertainment.
Yep.
And on the Madden, on the GTV network, we will have links to the tickets, okay? We already answered Black Zodiac. Stay Drippy HUD said, always said Junior Cat over and bread and with no disrespect. So There's people that definitely agree with you with the Junior Cat over Super Cat. Old John Crow wanted me to ask you about Masicka and Tommy Lee's beef. We already discussed it off camera. If you want to give a quick rundown, if you know about it, if you don't know about it.
All right, Masicka, lyrically, I don't know about now, but I know when he started off, he was lyrical. Like, he would spit bars. Like, him and Kabaka Pyramid had songs together, and a song called Wagwan Breda, I'm not doing too bad, and they were going lyrical, like venomous. Masicka put out a mixtape on King Tubby's rhythms, like from the 70s, and man was destroying them. So I can't see in my mind a guy named Tommy Lee who likes to go into the crowd and say evil. They say evil. Say Demon, Uncle Demon, who has gimmicks like that and go on like saying somebody more special than, if it's a lyrical battle, he's gonna lose. Maybe people in Jamaica like wickedness more than righteousness, and they probably follow him into that crease and join him. I don't know. It might depend. My opinion is Masicka is better than him lyrically, but I don't know. People might. I don't know how the dancehall community stays now. I don't know why Tommy Lee. Who's picking the fight?
I think there was a situation where Vybz Kartel was crowned king of the dancehall.
Oh boy.
And Masicka mentioned that he's still like a goat. It doesn't matter what happened, he's still a goat. And Tommy Lee picked up and, said something about Masicka's comment. So he dropped the song. And then Tommy Lee responded. Then Masicka responded yesterday. And then Tommy Lee responded again to Masicka's. All in the span of 3 days, by the way, which is like this week. Yeah.
Sound like monkey shit to me. There's no need for those monkeys who have money right now. You're getting $8,000 a concert, US. What the fuck y'all argue for? If they want to crown the guy, Vybz Kartel, and call him king of dancehall, if that's the will of the people, let it be the will of the people. It just shows you where dancehall is now, right? And Beanie Man crowned himself king of the dancehall, no?
And he isn't.
The key is, are people crowning him, or is it him crowning himself?
He was crowned. I want to say.
By who?
I think it was Reggae Some Splash, or Some Fest. One of those little thing, and the people them crowned Kartel king of the dancehall.
Okay.
That's what I read this morning.
Yellow Man was the first king of dancehall.
I seen. Actually, I was watching back.
Who time back to back in that year? Early B was the king of the dancehall. So from after Early B, no, it went downhill. Then after Early B was, I think it was Josie Wales. I think after Early B, it might have been Josie Wales, and then went Admiral Bailey. Then it went Stitch, something like that. It didn't go down. It kind of just went
stagnant.
Not stagnant. I can't say Josie Wales is not great. You can't beat him on the mic. He'll just destroy you because he'll start talking about what you're wearing, and he make people laugh after you. And he's bad for real. Now, these artists aren't bad. They just mouth bad, smell bad, and armpit bad. But the man back in like the Josie Wales era were really bad because they had nothing. These guys had pampered, like the powder puffs. You know what I'm saying? The more deodorant and them something then. Right? Back in the early 80s, man, when you do it, man, everybody use lemon skin and I wipe them arm and them something there, A different kind of man you're dealing with back then than you're dealing with these guys now, who have things, You have dollar store, you can buy blood clot deodorant for $1 and them something there, So it's a different kind of badness. Badness back then is a different kind of badness than what you have now. Some loose tail, pin the tail, and a batty boy badness to man right now.
Jesus Christ.
Some joke thing. Man, they're just shooting at anybody.
No, it's true.
When Josie them are running from police, it's M16 that's shooting after them, Like, this is what you have to remember, Now, you have camera, phone, and police have to regulate themselves. Back then, if you're a notorious bad boy and police are coming for you, it's M16 tearing down people's zinc fence gate, And you have to run for your life, There's no acting like you're wicked and you're fucking, and you could go on. I'll tape you. M16 on your pussy wall.
Prezify said this is a good look. Keep the fire blazing, and he also agrees with you that Lindo best DJ straight up in the 6. All right. Old John Crow wanted to correct you and said Boy Wonder is from Ajax. Boy Wonder is from Ajax.
He's from Villaways, man. He lived. Yeah, Villaways, Wayside, and then out this one. Villaways don't come from, you know. And then moved to Wayside, and then moved to Ajax.
We'd like to apologize to Marcus Dubs when we said that we were talking about Glenn Lewis and Glenn Ricks about their brothers. He was actually talking about Super Cat and Junior Cat. So we apologize. We know they're brothers. Thank you for tuning in. Old John Crow's going off. Little Wicked played for Berry Culture in the Moose Don. Little Wicked even looked like Beanie Man. I think he caught a murder charge in jail when Man's on Range killed a youth. And he said, ask Fury if he ever got parole.
Oh, that Little Wicked.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I remember.
Old John Crow knows a lot, eh? Man, holy crap.
There's 2 Little Wickeds. And both of them look like Beanie Man.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot. I think he's out. He came out like maybe. You know what? Next show, I'll talk about it. I'm gonna call 2 people. You're right. Wow.
Jogged your brain.
Jogged my brain to blows on skirt. Imagine that.
Stay Drippy asks, what happened to Stereograph Sound from Canada? A few videos on the tube with Ninja and Florigan, Sanchez, etc., etc.
I spoke about them. Stereograph, Spanky Sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
They're still around?
Yeah, he's still there. If you go on Eglinton West, he owns a dispensary. It's right beside Sunlight Bakery. Yeah.
That's my dog.
Oh yeah? Yeah.
That's my dog. That's my dog.
So you know it's that Stereograph Sound that.
Yeah. Yo, that's my dog.
We're
Shout out Spanky, man. I'm the Spanky in the place, man.
Yeah, man.
Look at that.
Bonafide brethren that. Simeon. Ras Simeon.
Yeah, man.
Congo, Bongo, Ras Simeon.
Heather, Old John Crow said Heather B overrated. Heather B sounded dated even in her time still.
Who said that, John Crow?
Yeah.
Oh, John Crow is a, whoa. Yo, a deadly boy after that.
Underground Nation, big up yourself. He said big up to the GOAT. Big up Old John Crow. He went to Lamoureux. That was his school. I said, say word. I did not know he went to Lamoureux from Ernest McMillan. That is crazy. We used to play basketball at McMillan back in the day. He also wanted to mention that Chalk Claire just released an album called Transition Music. And he also wanted to say J Diggs. What about J Diggs? Or J Diggs is dropping on Friday. My bad. Dave Brown on Mixcloud. Enough vintage, Imav. So Dave Brown.
Yeah, Dave Brown's the guy.
Yeah.
He has everything.
Yep. T.O333 said we got to teach them, show them Wagwan. Can't forget Brass Tracks, Rush of the Planet.
Brass Tacks.
Brass Tacks, my bad. Brass Tacks and Rush of the Planet, though.
Rush of the Blood Tag. And Brass Monk.
Mm-hmm. And Brass Monks, yes.
Brass Monk.
Old John Crow said his top 10 is full of Bob Marley, Tupac, and Garnick Silk. Shout you out, brother. Shout you. Wow.
I don't wrong him. but they don't live in Toronto though. There's Toronto I was talking about.
Right. And once again to close off, Papa San, Lieutenant Stitchy, they're legends, and yeah, that's it. Those are all the comments. You can close out now.
Now may I close by saying, if you're a man, just be straight like a man and don't bend. Don't do that. Don't put your mouth and don't do that. Just be a man, okay? In the great words of Joseph Wales, just be a man, right? Peace and love, seen, stay strong and live long.